On and on and on, on and on and on. Check it out to the break of dawn. What up, guys? This is the gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. Now, guys, I want to spin off into this story right here because with all of the controversy going on concerning what's going on with Jonathan Majors and everybody's worried about what he might have done. In the meantime, that man is losing endorsements. It's like Johnny Depp 2.0 out here, but we have yet to hear exactly what happened. This man is still presumed innocent until proven guilty, right? But it hasn't stopped people, from like going off on this man and his reputation. You even have Hollywood insiders now jumping on the bandwagon talking about he was difficult to work with, he was abusive. I'm glad this is catching up to him. Yes, you even got that. But what I'm wondering is why we're not talking about other things. It's like Chris Rock said, we got like selective outrage out here about what we see and what we put out into media and how we attack these people, right? If he's guilty, he's guilty, but it hasn't been proven yet. In the meantime, and in between time, let's look at this story right here and wonder why nobody is talking about it, right? We got, I guess you would call it, reality star Brittany Taylor. You might have heard of her. She stars on a show called Love and Hip Hop. This is very popular. I've never watched the show personally, but it is very popular. You know those reality shows, Real Housewives of West Bubblefuck or whatever. And you always got these women acting out, throwing drinks in each other's faces and all that stuff. And people just love that stuff, right? But what we got here, as was reported on TMZ, it says, Love and Hip Hop, Brittany Taylor is arrested and charged with assault for allegedly beating her kid's father with a baseball bat. She beat the man with a baseball bat. Check this out, guys. You got to hear it to believe it. Brittany Taylor of Love and Hip Hop New York fame has been arrested after allegedly assaulting her kid's father with a baseball bat, TMZ had reported. Now, law enforcement sources told TMZ that Brittany got into a physical altercation earlier this month with Afis, but his name is Afis, father of her 2-year-old and 8-month-old. She turned herself in last week after a warrant was issued for her arrest. Now, a source familiar tells them that the alleged beating came after Afis flew to New York to see his kids, although he had been keeping his distance due to some bad blood between him and Brittany. Now, keep in mind, guys, a lot of black men take, the stance where they don't deal with their kids because they can't get along with their baby mama, right? We've heard about this for a long time, baby mama drama, all right? So he's been keeping his distance because of that. Now, people have labeled these types of men as deadbeats. Now, she took this personally because she was trying to beat that dad to death. So he was literally going to be a dead beat dad. You know what I mean? If it was up to her. But as he and his mom were leaving the apartment with the kids, Brittany allegedly said something to him, which he ignored. Now, anybody who's been in it, like a separation or divorce, we know that there's that time when everything is like, sometimes you just can't get along, right? She's yelling at you. You got the kids, you're leaving. Yeah, all right, okay, yeah, all right. She's still cussing you out. You ain't no good, blah, blah, blah. She's leaving, all right? Or he's leaving. So he ignored it. And we're told that set her off. According to the criminal complaint obtained by TMZ, Afis told cops Brittany then punched him in the face while his kids were present. Afis then left the residence. So he got punched in the face and he left. Okay, now we know what would have happened if he had tried to go back at her. Cops would have been called. It probably would have been another situation where there's a black man on the ground talking about, I can't breathe, right? But he respectfully chose to walk away, which is what I always tell brothers to do. If the situation's getting out of control, please, brothers, just walk away. You know what I mean? But you have situations like this where that's not enough. So she followed him out with the bat, hitting him and leaving him with a laceration and significant facial bleeding. So if she couldn't get the cops to come there to beat him up, she was going to do it herself. And he left with a laceration and a significant facial bleeding. Now, docs say Afis ended up going to the hospital, getting stitches for a cut above his eye. You guys see the thumbnail. You see that man took some major damage in front of his kids. She's now been charged with 2 counts of assault, 1 count of endangering the welfare of a child, and 1 count of criminal possession of a weapon. Afis recently made some claims on social media about getting assaulted, which fans are wondering if Brittany was involved. It sounds like this incident may be what he's referring to in the post. Okay, so there it is, guys. And I just wanted to put that out there because, like I said before, with everything going on with the Jonathan Majors thing about what he might have done, this is a situation here where everybody knows what she did. This is pretty high profile, guys. I mean, it's not as high profile as Jonathan Majors, but Love and Hip Hop is something that is watched all over the place. It's a very popular show. Like I said, I've never watched it before, but plenty of people do. You know, plenty of people are familiar with these actors or character actors or people. I mean, they call it reality TV, but this is what's going on, guys. It's out there. You don't hear a lot of people, condemning what she did. You hear this leading off on the news. And, like I said, it might not be as high profile as Jonathan Majors and everything. But if it were, say, like a black guy who were in this reality show who did this to a woman, you still be hearing it all over the place, guys. And I'll also say this to the brothers out there, and this includes all brothers, all types of men. You have to be careful about who you procreate with, who you deal with. Because, when things like this happen and she's beating you with a baseball bat, chances are, I don't care how fat that ass is, you should have never been messing with her in the first place. That chick was trying to kill him on 2 counts. First, she was probably trying to get him to do something because she smacked him in front of his kids and his mother, mind you. For everybody who might be thinking to themselves, oh, well, maybe he said something or did something to deserve it. No, he got assaulted with a baseball bat in front of his children and in front of his mother. A black woman also, mind you. Her child beat with a baseball bat in front of her and her grandkids. So there's just no excusing this. And I just find it funny that nobody is really talking about it, guys. I mean, it just shows you why you're interested in tearing down one person based upon what he might do, turning a blind eye because of the narrative that men bad, but women don't do anything. Look, man, evil, wrongdoing, knows no gender, knows no race. It just is what it is. So I hope the dude is able to get some type of justice. I hope he's going to be a good father to his kids and stick in there with them because, guys, he flew to see those kids. He wanted to see his kids. That's not a deadbeat father, even though that's what she was trying to make him literally. But I just wanted to bring that story to you guys because I thought it was interesting. I thought it was sad. And it's a statement on where we are, where we'll actively tear down somebody else before we know what the truth is. But when you have a situation like this, because of the narrative that goes on out here, you pretty much ignore something else. But guys, get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.